Hello, future people. This is George the Yank. This is Nightmare Cathedral. And you're watching Getting Tabled. Hello, future people, and welcome to the unboxing of Nightmare Cathedral. It is a horror-based area-controlled board game for 1 to 4 players, about 60 minutes of play, recommend for players 14 and older. It is based off the artwork of, bear with me as I try to say this, Zdzislaw Beksinski. I'm probably butchering that horribly. It is a limited run game per the project on GameFound. I backed it just because I like the idea of they decided to take someone's artwork, license it, and make a board game based off of that. See what else we got here about it. It looks pretty simple and straightforward as far as like what all's there. I mean, there's nothing crazy on the backing. It was the game, and they added in this little cat figurine, and that's about it. There's nothing too crazy about it. The minis are based off of this gentleman's artwork, though. So, and from the images, they do look pretty awesome. As you can see, I've not opened this up yet, so you're going to be looking at this first time with me. Let's go ahead and get into that. Alrighty, so this is a fairly chunky box. I mean, it's normal width and stuff like that, but its thickness is pretty substantial. So. And they've left enough plastic to where you can get in there with your fingers and you don't need to use potentially dangerous sharp objects. Manufacturer of this game is Board and Dice. So this is my first game from them. Alright, let's take a look at the rulebook here. So, 2 rulebooks, regular rulebook, solo mode rulebook. This was a COVID backing, so a lot of people, when I say a lot of people, I'm talking manufacturers, were going off the idea of let's do solo games because people can't go see each other. So, looks like there's a double-sided game board, paths for the cathedral and underground, strong use of wooden tokens here and some other markers. List of the cards, got conflict cards, stage 1 and stage 2. Dream cards, it's a nightmare game, right? So let's see what else we got here. Of course, some of the miniatures, and just look at these images. Like, look at these shadows. I don't know how will they show up on at this distance, but those just look excellently creepy. And the cathedral is modular. So, of course, goes over the setup, gives you an idea of what the game looks like as far as when it's all set up, and it looks like part of the game is to actually get the cathedral built. So, goes over the contents as far as units, area control, structure of a turn, resolving actions. Ooh, and you can summon things. Yeah, see, this is some of the artwork that the game is based off of, and I think it's amazingly creepy looking. They do use, it looks like, a lot of visuals to explain how things work for a turn goes, so that is nice. And then, of course, scoring. Oh, and gives you instructions on how to build the cathedral. So, and then there's the artist that the work is was done by. And then, of course, how to do this, but by yourself. Well, do this as in, play the game. So. So it looks like I got some tokens. Yeah, I was just noticing this as I was opening it up, is these chunks right here, as far as like the add-ons for the game board, these are not small. I mean, this is just little add-on locations. Look like from the rules. Oh, here it is from the rules. Locations of the Cathedral pieces. So those are not, and that's adds on to the game board. So, that's lovely. Not much on the back of those. There are a few cardboard tokens, nothing too crazy. Backing of this game was €90, so I'll call that what, $110. So not terribly expensive when you look at how some games cost, how much they cost. Looks like they did try to keep costs down by using cardboard tokens where and when they could. Here's the game board. It looks like a 6-panel board, so I should be able to show most of it off here on this setup. So this does look pretty good. I got the scoring track over here on the right, and as it said, it was a double-sided board. I'm assuming, knock my camera around here, I'm assuming this is the difference between solo play and competitive play. So there is a single solitary dice, it looks like. Oh, there's a lot to dig into here. I'm getting ahead of myself. So we got the decks of cards here. Let's see if we can... Again, they've got the nice little pull tab to get the plastic off the sleeve, off the cards. Looks like we got some of the dream cards here. The artwork on this is just, it's really cool. They feel a little thin. I've definitely handled much better quality cards than that, but given the fact, what the game costs and what you haven't seen yet is what I was just peeking at was the number of minis included in here. They probably had to cut a cost or two somewhere. They are a normal full-size playing card size. They're not shrunk down or anything, so they feel nice to handle. Looks like the various player cards, or player decks, I should say. The summons and nightmares. So it looks like just more of the actual main deck. Helps direct the game itself. Like I said, there's a stage 1 deck and a stage 2 deck, so I'm sure that's spelled out some way, somehow on the cards. I'll have to look through / into that. Sticky plastic. Again, so The one thing this game is, as far as like compared to other games, is just the I'm lost for words here. Just the quality of the artwork. Just look at this compared to like, you know, some other games out there. It's a very stunning visual. Which, you know, if the game is going to be based off of someone's actual artwork, it should be fairly amazing to look at. Alright, and we're going to start with this bottom tray first, because the top tray has the Cathedral, and I want to show that off last. So we're going to break away here for a quick second while I clean the lens and get that attached to look at the minis. Alrighty, so into the minis. So it looks like should really take some more time and read more about these games before I just jump into them. There's a lot. I mean, we're talking handfuls of markers here, one for each of the players. Which one is going to look best? So, again, this is a zone control game, so these are probably your zone markers. I'm wondering. Yes. Yes, they are designed to stack and get taller. So, but just the creepiness of the detail, it's just really good. A lot of these are just duplicate ones, so we're only going to go through a couple of them. Little flying minion. I don't know if you can see the beaked face there. Again, it's a theme with the design of this kind of veiny, ribby texture. And the way these minis are designed, like, you could easily just get away with doing a quick wash on them to just help pop some of this detail, and that would improve the look of the miniature so much. And these aren't too terribly small either. I mean, we're got some substantial size here. And again, like, each of the 4 players, you know, has one of these and the wing guys that I just had up on there. Here's some of the more unique ones. Again, like I said, just throw a wash on some of these and they'd look fantastic. Even if you were to do something like, you know, do a prime coat, just put some color down, dry brush a different color, and then wash that. That would just do so much to pop the detail on these and bring that out even more. I mean, there's just so much detail that it's just being hidden from the fact that it's solid. There's nothing to bring out the depth, and these do look really fantastic. I'm really hoping the camera can convey this. If I turn down the brightness some so there's less glare. There we go. There we go. This is probably one of my favorite looking ones right here. This is a very good Grim Reaper skeleton death type guy. And there's so much going on this one. That's really hard just to pick it all out, just based off, you know, looking at the mini. Oh, and here's the artwork picture I pointed out earlier in the rule book. Here it is, brought to life. That's not creepy at all, is it? No, not at all. Nice shiny head. So I feel like having these all just stuffed in here like this versus like you're to take the time and stack them and put them away would take up less space. Let's do that real quick, see if that's even feasible. Alright, well, it did help some as far as storing it. I think it would have been a little better if they could have designed it to where they stored stacked. Would have been a little neater, a little cleaner, a little easier to put away. But we're going to go back to this tray. There's the Cathedral. So many other little tokens. Now it looks like, again, area control, so each color's got a bunch of these lovely, creepy little guys. Let's see if I can get this in the... And again, something like this is like we're just washing them to pop the detail. Game done, because that's a lot of them, and I don't know if I'd want to do any sort of serious painting on any of those. Maybe the larger figures in those boxes over there, but definitely not all these little ones. Him just lovely and cute. And of course, got the handful of wooden tokens. Ooh, snack. Fewer wooden tokens than I thought there was actually going to be from what was shown on the instructions, but I do like the fact that they did use wood. I think wood tokens are one of those things where, you know, they don't go out of style. So, and then finally, here's the Cathedral. The detail on some of these parts is just really cool. What I'm probably going to do is do another time lapse here and show it put together. But for that, I will need the instructions. So I'm going to interject in here real quick. So these are the only three really unique pieces right here. The rest of these all look very similar, and they're talking about 2A and 1B and stuff like that. As far as I can tell... Oh wait, oh, I stand corrected. They're It's marked right in there. I don't know if we can see it, but these are marked. So let me go back to this and get this put together. Oh, I guess not. Alrighty, so that was less than intuitive. I was mistaken. That was not a part identifier. It was just a manufacturing identifier. So this is a fairly chunky little deal here. It doesn't stay together really well. It does sit on the board, so it's probably not that much of an issue. But as far as getting it assembled and staying together, you know, it doesn't really do that. If you're gonna make something interlocking like this, I would hope that you would do a little better job designing it to where it does interlock a little better than what it is. That being said, though, it does look really cool. Like, it looks like there's a little face hiding like right in there. And again, this very veiny type design. So, beyond it not fitting so great together, it does look good though. And again, like I said, I wish it was a little more thought out or designed for the actual instructions to assemble it too. Alrighty, so Overall, pretty happy. Oh, I forgot to do the little cat. Let's see if we can pop him open real quick and take a quick look without throwing the fisheye back on. So apparently the cat has nothing to do with the Lovely Kitty is an artistic invention of our own, but if you want to see the real paintings, visit the Historical Museum of Sanok in Poland. So it's encouraging you to get out and go check out the actual artwork. So I know it's going to be a little blurry because I didn't put the macro lens back on, but it's a little kitty with a skull, and he's got a little spot right there. So what's that? Or is it just... Nope. Alright, really, that really doesn't matter. So, overall impressions of this, the miniature quality as far as the look and appearance of it, it does look really good. The only disappointing thing I would say is the quality of the cathedral itself. It is the... As I'm struggling busting here. The cathedral is the focus of the game. I mean, the game is called Nightmare Cathedral. And for the pieces to not have any sort of like identification of what part number they are, and then the quality of like how it's assembled and put together for gameplay use is a little disappointing. If I were going to have it, you know, be the focus of the game, I would give it a little better, you know, how it's assembled, how well it stays together, with it being the centerpiece of the game. But beyond that, like the whole design and the whole look of the game does look very good. It is boxed nicely. And it doesn't have the problem a lot of these board game manufacturers have, is the box goes back together rather easily. Some of these, it's just, they're so well toleranced that you can't get them put together. You know, you have to use some force to put the lid back on. But that is Nightmare Cathedral by Board and Dice. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, play more games.
Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you're enjoying the content of this channel, please like and subscribe. If you're in a position to do so, please check out patreon.com/gettingtabled. You receive early access to at least 80% of all videos that we put out, and you get access to the video edition of all of our podcasts the day that they're uploaded. If you'd like to check us out on social media, facebook.com/gettingtabled is the most active. We also have a Discord server. You can email our team at gettingtabled@gmail.com. If you're on either Twitter or Instagram, you can find us at gettingtabled. And until next time, play more.